What's up, guys? So we're back for another video. This is another NFL Draft 2021 video. And if you guys can't tell from the video right there, it's Florida State and there's a Florida in it, but we're going to be reviewing a Florida State player, Asante Samuel Jr., cornerback. He is my I keep saying QB. He's my CB4 in this draft. Him and Greg Newsome are pretty close, but right now I have Asante Samuel Jr. ranked above him. If you guys want to see my other rankings, positional rankings, go watch my last video that I did. It was last week. So make sure to go watch that video before you watch this video. But yes, this is the third NFL draft video. I'm trying to do one per week at least. Yeah, so let's get into this. So we're starting off. I went through 2 games. Plus, there's a little bit more at the end that I got a little highlight that somebody else made on Twitter that has some Virginia Tech game, but it also has some of the clips I have in here. But the 2 main games that I filmed from are Wake Forest and Florida. Those are the 2 games that are mostly in here, but there are some clips from other games at the very end that you guys will see. But let's go ahead and start here with this first one. You can see Asante Samuel right there is 26. He switches off. Pretty good coverage. Kadarius Toney does not get open, and the play goes the other direction. Asante Samuel Jr., he's at the bottom of the screen. You guys are going to see right there. He's on Tyree Cleveland. Perfect. I mean, the ball's inaccurate. Let's go back a little bit. The ball's inaccurate right here. Kyle Trask is going to miss him a little bit outside, but if he doesn't miss him, watch right here. The way he breaks in on the route, that's an interception if that's accurate, because he's not open. He breaks in on the route. The inaccurate ball probably saves Trask right there. Let's move on to the next play. Okay, he is right here at the bottom of the screen. He's lined up on a running back that is LaMichael Pirine, who he's actually a very good running back, but obviously he's got the cushion here, but it's just the case of him just not losing him, just running with him the whole way. He has the cushion, obviously, and I want to speak about this before we continue. I've watched all of the Florida State defense in this game. This is 2019 Florida versus FSU. And I counted one singular time that Asante Samuel got beat. Every snap he played, only one time was he beat. So let's go ahead and watch this next play. There's him on Trayvon Grimes, who he had him all the way until the play's pretty much over, and then Trayvon pushed him, which that'd be offensive pass interference anyways. So, I mean, he does a great job with just sticking with his guy. And this one's much closer. This one, he doesn't have all the cushion. So he doesn't lose him, just sticks with him the whole way until the play's over. And then there's offensive pass interference, but the play was already occurring. Then we got Emory Jones here. So let's go ahead and watch Asante Samuel Jr. He's going to be up here, right here. This is the one play he got beat. He had bad leverage, and Tyree Cleveland. See, he had bad leverage. He's right there. Cleveland cut in, open field. Emory Jones makes the throw over the middle of the field. If he doesn't fall down, then Asante is going to make the tackle, but there's also like 3 other guys. So that's the singular time in the Florida State game that I caught Asante getting beat, and he just had poor leverage. That's one of the things I noticed. Anytime Asante gets beat, it's because he has poor leverage. Like he'll be leveraged outside and the receiver will cut inside, or he'll be inside and the receiver will cut outside. Those are really the only times I see him get beat. Let's go ahead and move on to the next play. He is at the top of the screen. They're going to switch off because it's kind of a zone thing. Tyree Cleveland, he runs with him all the way. Trask overshoots, but let's watch that back again. He just doesn't get open at all. Obviously, he's lined up at the top, and then as he motions, he switches off. And Tyree Cleveland, I mean, he has the cushion, but he just never lets him get free. That's never going to be caught, even if it's an accurate ball, because he's just going to break down and pass break up that. So great coverage by Asante there. Deep coverage. Let's move on to the next play. He is lined up at the bottom of the screen. Let's watch this play. There's another one on. This is a good play. See, this is the cushion. This time, he's lined up again on LaMichael P. Ryan right here, running back, who obviously you saw he's going to cut right here, but he doesn't lose any leverage. He keeps his man, and he reads the quarterback's eyes. He breaks down and gets the pass breakup. So that's another fantastic play. Oh, I also want to mention something. I don't have any clips in here, but you can watch his highlight tape if you want. But Asante Samuel is a very aggressive tackler. So you got to love that corner. I mean, it's not the biggest thing. Tackling isn't the biggest thing for a corner, but like if it's a weakness, it's not the worst weakness, but it's still great, obviously, if they do those tackles or if they're a good tackler, aggressive cornerback. He's up at the top of the screen here on Trayvon Grimes again. And he just, again, doesn't lose him the whole way until he falls down at the very end. Let's watch that back. It's close coverage. He doesn't have the 10-yard cushion. Stays with him the whole way, stride for stride. And then just at the very end, when the ball is getting there, that's the only thing, is he falls down. We'll watch that one more time at the very end, right here. Ball's already in the air. And just as the ball is right there, where my mouse is, that's where the ball is, he starts to fall down, which it's not good, obviously. Great coverage all the way there, but he's got to stay up because in case the ball is more accurate, if you don't stay up, then makes an easy catch for the receiver, touchdown, because you're not making that tackle. Yeah, see, the ball's just outside of his reach. So you'd want Asante to stay up on that play, but he wasn't really beat. He's just got to stay on his feet. Bars. All right, now we're moving into the Wake Forest game. Let's go ahead. Asante's at the bottom of the screen. That play scares me because let's watch that back. Obviously, he doesn't get the ball, but the cushion here is a scary thing because he runs, he takes a slant, and obviously because of that cushion, he's got so much room that if the quarterback gets him the ball in the right spot, that's a touchdown, and there's not much Asante can do there. See, obviously he backs up and gives him bad leverage. If the quarterback sees, which there's a very risky throw right here, but if the quarterback puts that ball in the right spot right after that break, that should be a touchdown. Obviously, he recovers. He recovers pretty quickly, but he still was open for quite a bit. Like right here, that's a touchdown. That should be a touchdown on Asante Samuel Jr. He got like I said, he got that bad leverage when he backed up, made the easy slant open. Should have been a touchdown. Jamie Newman didn't see it, or actually, he should have hit him. He was looking right at him, but for some reason, I guess pressure phased him. But that should have been a touchdown. Let's go ahead and watch this next play. Sante's at the top of the screen. Again, another stride for stride, just running with his man. Yeah. Let's move on to the next play. At the top of the screen, here's tight coverage. Oh, yeah, let's watch this back. I believe, yeah, okay, I do have the end zone angle on this one to watch the catch. Asante just that's a very hard catch for the receiver. Does he get his foot in? Yes, he does. That's a catch. It's such a short gain that obviously, let's run that back again. Runs about 5 yards downfield and then just cuts it out. Asante, not much he can really do there. Let's watch that one last time. Yeah, I mean, there's just not much he can do. Receiver cuts that out, 5 yard gain. He kept him from pushing it upfield or doing anything else with that, and he kept him from catching it and running upfield either. I mean, the only way that could have been better is if he made the pass breakup on that hard to catch throw. But yeah, we'll watch the end zone angle and then we'll move on to the next play. All right, at the top of the screen, another tight coverage. He does get beat here. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. About coughed. But this time it's tight coverage and the receiver just kind of gets physical with the line, pushes him back, and gets open, gets that separation. If the quarterback wasn't already looking the other way, then he could hit him in that tight window here in between the safety and Asante. So Asante did get beat right here. Asante got beat a lot more in the Wake Forest game than he did the Florida game, even though the Florida game had better receivers. But, I mean, it happens. But, yeah, right there, he gets beat off the line. Receiver gets that separation. Quarterback doesn't see him. Quarterback's already looking the other way. Yeah, back at the top of the screen, he had much more cushion. This is another case of the cushion. He backs up, receiver cuts it down, makes the short catch, your short yardage catch. It keeps him from pushing it upfield. That's keeps him from gaining any yards after the catch. It's a short gain. It's first down too, so it's not like he let him have a third down catch. Here's a very tight coverage. This is a very good running with this man. This time he doesn't get beat on the double move and tight coverage. He doesn't get beat off the line. He just sticks with him the whole way. Play goes the other direction. It's another thing you love to see. Here he is here he is at the bottom of the screen. Another stride for stride. But then at the very end, he's running stride for stride with him. Here's another. This is pretty bad play. Run stride for stride, but he's got the bad leverage again. Look at how much yardage there is over the middle field. This is just a hard play, tough play for the corner. This is a play where you'd love to have a safety to help you, but obviously this is very, very hard for him to cover. Receiver just cuts it up, makes it a post, deep post, bad leverage. But then let's watch how this play ends. Ball's in the air. He recovers well, but he gets there too early. Ball's right there. And he's already hitting him, so that is pass interference. Flag is thrown. He drew the defensive pass interference. We'll watch that one more time. But he got beat inside, but then he made a great recovery. Great recovery. That's what you want to see is those great recoveries. But he recovered and got to the receiver too early. So you'd want to see him make that recovery, but not get to the receiver before the ball, because that'd be an easy pass breakup if he doesn't get there too early and draw the defensive pass interference. We'll watch this one more time and we'll move on to the next play. And there it is. Just draws the pass interference. All right, he's at the bottom of the screen. He gets beat on the double move. We talked about him not getting beat on the double move. He has all the cushion. And then he just draws. Actually, that's not even a double move. That's the receiver makes him think he's going upfield. He prepares to defend deep. And then the receiver cuts it off at 10. Actually, that's around 15. Into the open space. Samuel's nowhere near. He makes the catch, makes the first down. Got to work on, it's his leverage and getting beat on just being too far off of plays, and the receiver just drags it down, drags it out, or cuts it in, cuts it out. That's his biggest weakness, in my opinion, is his bad leverage that he creates for himself sometimes. Here he is again. It's about a little under 8 yards off, 9 yards off. There he is again. Got beat on the same kind of thing. This time he recovered better. He recovered better than he did this time because he didn't get tricked as far off. And this time it is a double move. Here we are. Okay, let's watch this. Receiver releases. There's a double move, and he does cut it back. He doesn't really get tricked necessarily on the double move, but he's just too far off. He breaks in on the route. Receiver makes the catch just before he can get there. This is a better play than the last one because he is there, so he does have a chance to break it up. But again, too far off. Receiver cuts it in, gets the yardage. It's at the top of the screen right here. This is a much tighter coverage. This time he does not get beat off the line. And this time he makes a fantastic play. Does not hold the receiver, does not get beat off the line in tight coverage or in press coverage, and forces an incomplete pass breakup. Let's watch this right here. The receiver tries to get physical, knock him off the route, which it does not work. He goes stride for stride. Like you can't even see the receiver because they're going at the same spot. He cuts it back. Samuel cuts it back just as well. The ball is there. Receiver tries to catch it. Breakup. Great coverage. Pass breakup. Now, Asante's at the top. This one's just kind of an odd play. So it's an incomplete pass because it's an inaccurate ball that's just not caught. But let's watch this. So he has about 5 yards of cushion. He backs it well. Then the double move. He gets all tricked up by the double move. He comes back thinking he's going to go back, but he doesn't. Then he keeps going deep. Then he tries to recover, but obviously if you're about even, he's just going to run right by him. And then Asante trips again, got to stay on your feet, leaving the receiver wide open, and should be a ball, should be catching the ball, touchdown. But instead, I don't even know where the ball is, but it's nowhere in that area. But yeah, that play was kind of a mess by Asante. He fell for the double move, and then he fell on the attempt to recover. It's not a good play right there from Asante. Luckily, quarterback was inaccurate. At the bottom of the screen here, this is a great play right here. Let's watch this one more time. Press coverage. He does well because he knows he has the safety right there. So if he cuts it inside, the safety's there. So he keeps his leverage outside for if the receiver is going to cut it back outside. Like, see, he doesn't run inside. He keeps him outside. So if the receiver goes inside and cuts back out, he's still there to move up, which is exactly what he does. Safety's got that. He cuts back inside, but Asante is right there so that the receiver does not get open. He stays covered. And the play goes the other direction. Great play by Asante. Great IQ play. Here's another press play, or actually just another play down here. It's another very good play. Sticks with him the whole way. And then he kind of gets a little bit of separation, but Asante says, that's not enough separation from me. He breaks down and gets the pass breakup. Right here, he kind of gets that little bit of separation at the bottom of the route. Ball doesn't get there quick enough. Asante realizes it, breaks down, gets the pass breakup. About as good as you can do it right there. Now, that's the end of the Wake Forest game. Now, here's what I was talking about. Somebody else made kind of a clip at the end that I wanted to point out. So here it is. This is the Virginia Tech game right here at the bottom of the screen. Look at that. That's very good. That's very good. He keeps his leverage. Let's watch right here. He stays here so that if he doesn't go too far in. So if the receiver cuts it out, he can still stick with him, which is exactly what the receiver does. He cuts out, but he's not too far out to where if the receiver keeps going, he can't come down, break on the route, and make a pass breakup or even an interception if it's an accurate ball. Ignore my hair. My hair's kind of a mess. And then obviously, ball gets thrown away. Good coverage. Here we are again right here. Good physical play. Breaks down on the ball. Never loses his man. They tries to get physical on the break here to get that separation, which he doesn't get that separation. So when the ball comes, Asante breaks down on the ball and just should be an interception. He drops the interception, but great pass breakup right there. At the top of the screen, it's hard to tell because of the lighting, obviously, but Asante is right there. Let's go ahead and watch this play. Runs with his man, and then a good switch off in the zone coverage. He runs stride for stride with this guy, sees this one cutting off. So the IQ play is he's going to cut inside, so that's going to become his man. And then this guy coming out this way is going to become your man. He switches off perfectly, makes the pass breakup. Again, it's about as good as you can get it right there. Let's move on to the next play. He's at the bottom of the screen. Just breaks in on that throw. There wasn't enough power on that throw. Breaks in. Should be possibly a pick six, but he pass breaks up. He read the quarterback's eyes. He read the route just very well. You can see he's looking at the quarterback. Let's watch this one more time. You can see he sees what's going on here. You can already see he's starting to break inside. And then he sees the quarterback coming to throw, and he just breaks down full speed. The only reason that's not a pick six is because of the other receiver hitting him to stop him from making that interception, because that's a pick six all the way to the house if that receiver does not make that play to hit Asante. And Asante looks kind of hurt. Here's another Florida play. This is actually the one we saw. I showed you guys earlier. LaMichael P. Ryan, the pass breakup on that one. Then here's in the play that I did cut out because I knew it was in here. Trayvon Grimes right here. Runs stride for stride with him all the way. Does not lose a step. Ball is overthrown. It's about as good as you can get. But yeah, that is my Asante Samuel film review. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to vote for more players for me to do film reviews on, make sure to follow my Twitter. Link is going to be in the description. Make sure to go watch my last video, the positional ranking videos. Make sure to comment how you feel about Asante, where you think he's going to go in the draft, whether you think he's a first rounder or second round. I personally think he has first round capabilities, but he could slip into the second round. I don't think he's going anywhere past early to mid second round. Because like I said, he's my I always say QB. He's my CB4. Him and Greg Newsome are about mano y mano. That's where I got him ranked. If you want to see my other rankings, like I said, go watch my last video. Make sure to go watch my Jags podcast with Sean and Brian. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.